Oh, okay. Well, the story is I got told this by not a teacher per se, but like a guy who helps the teachers, I guess. Right. So basically, he bought a new apartment and moved in there. Well, he was supposed to move in there, right? And he had just gotten his. Well, he had like still his old apartment, right? And was about to move it. And first he took some like freezed food over there, frozen food, right? But then he forgot that he hadn't gotten a new like power contract, so he didn't have a fridge, yeah, or a freezer. So then he had to put the shit on the balcony. So don't do that, Lucas.
No, I won't.
Yes.
All right. Let's see. I think we got everything ready. Except I'm not ready, but whatever. It's no biggie. We're gonna go to.
I pinged.
Yes, good. What's the goal for today? I think the goal for today is
Program.
Actually, we have to fix. How should I do with the meshes? Because when I hot reload, I lose the meshes, right? So I need to recreate them in a way. And the only way I can do that is if I store the information about the meshes or the vertices before I. That would be freaking weird. But that's the only way I could think of doing it. Mesh with vertices. That's the way I think I could do it. Let's see.
Just make a cache.
Hello, Kaya. Yeah. Let's see, because if I go here to system, I do have the mesh, but I only store like the mesh component. I don't store like any other information about it, like the ID, the handle to that. But I guess I could store also vertices, and then if a reload happens, it would reinitialize it, or it could also just. I think that would be the best way to go about it. Maybe. Or could I actually get the data of the buffer and save it, and then when I do a reload, I would get that information back. So I would just store the binary data of how the Vulkan stores it. Is that a possibility?
Wait, what are you trying to do?
So I need. Wait, why do I hear myself? From who do I hear myself?
I'm sorry. I'm forgetting.
When I do a hot reload, I destroy the meshes. So I'm thinking that if I were to, could I get the data information from the buffers, like the mesh here?
Maybe.
This is.
Ping me if you need me, by the way.
Yeah. Because store the buffers, the vertex buffer, index buffer, and that's still just an allocation.
I guess you want to cache.
Yeah.
Shit. So I don't know if just saving info as a file would do. You can load it.
Yeah. That would actually maybe be the best approach, to just store it as a file. But then again, on a hot reload, then I would have to like load a file again. Well, I guess it wouldn't be too crazy.
Correct. But what are you trying to avoid doing? It's not calculating the mesh, is it?
It's when I do a hot reload, I completely destroy the renderer and everything, right? And I reinitialize it. And the problem with that is when I do render and I try to render a mesh that used to exist doesn't exist anymore because I have to reload it back into memory. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Or I would just not destroy the renderer and just keep using the same render, but just change the update basically. Because I could do that basically if I go to system. No, I cannot do that. Because I use globals inside of the renderer, those things will be gone when I initialize a new one.
It seems like a good idea maybe to have, when you hot reload stuff, I don't know how your hot reloading works, but I mean if you only have the things that change, that they get reloaded or some shit like that, right?
Well,
Like, or you have
it's everything that gets reloaded.
Yeah. So then, I mean, I don't know what a runtime would look like where you have different modules that would do different things, and so then when you work on one, you would only need to reload that one or some shit.
Yeah, then I would say that I would have to do every single system as a separate DLL, basically.
Yeah.
But it's
If it's just this that's gonna be an issue for it, then I guess cache it. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, usually I use the ECS because the ECS is the thing that will be persistent through a hot reload. I don't wanna mess around with the ECS on a hot reload, so I could, if I store the information there, then it's quite easy to do on a reload to get everything stored and or like reloaded.
Yeah, and on Linux, when you build stuff, I think the DLL is basically the shared object file, right?
Shared object file.
Yeah, so libraries, I think on Linux, they look like .so.
Yeah, they're shared object. Yeah. So I didn't know it was called shared object, but it's the .so. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
But yeah, I kind of, this is the next thing I need to tackle if I'm going to move forward. So I'm trying to think it through. What would be a good approach? Ideally, I wouldn't like to do the initialization of the render at all, but then I would have to move away from globals because globals are stored in the .so file, and if I reload it, then I will lose it. So I would have to change.
What kind of globals?
Just in the file globals, like in the SO.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they are really convenient to use for, but I guess it's also very unclear, so I shouldn't probably be using them. But they're really convenient right now.
Can you show me what those look like?
Yeah, I can show you. Let's see, procs here. These are the ones that I use. So when I load this, I basically have a proc table for all of the Vulkan commands, or the extension Vulkan commands, and then I just call load, and this will just load the whole structure table or all of the fields inside of this structure, and then it will populate or call the get proc address on all of them automatically, and then it will just store it inside of this global. And that's just basically what you use. I could change it just to be a normal structure where you will have to initialize the memory, and then I wouldn't have this problem. I think I could just completely get rid of the render to just not have the initialization of the render to be anything different than just have the update function, which would be the ideal. You shouldn't have to reinitialize the renderer, right, on a reload. It should just be the update function that should be reloaded. Maybe it would be the ideal approach. And then I wouldn't have to worry about the meshes being gone on a reload. They will just work, and because the only thing I would change is the update function. I think that's actually where I would like to go, because I don't. It's really nice to be able to change like the way that things are being initialized, also. But it's also really annoying now, because now you have to start thinking about how do I keep memory persistence on the stuff. I do have a preload and post reload exported as well, which I could just store and reload every mesh that ever got loaded, but then you always have to implement that feature for everything that you ever want, and it's fine for small things.
I guess the big thing is, like, what are you trying to avoid doing? Like, you don't want to have to generate the mesh again, right?
Like by hot reloading, or what I'm trying to avoid doing in what
With this by like either caching the mesh, or like this what you were gonna do today.
What I'm like right now is that the application crashes when a hot reload happens. I'm trying to avoid the crash.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I'm trying to avoid.
Oh, because it doesn't point. I'm guessing it points to the same.
It's because
Measures.
when the server sends to spawn in a planet,
Yeah.
it creates the planet, but the planet is of a so then it tells the renderer to create this planet, right? And it creates this mesh and it stores it in the renderer, and then it returns the handle to that mesh basically. And then when the system tells to render that planet, it provides the Vulkan handle, or not Vulkan, it's actually just an index, but that will then find the actual mesh to render in that spot. And then when I do a reload, it clears that memory, and then the handle that is stored in the ECS is no longer valid, and it tells to load that mesh. When it tries to render, then it's gone, so it's like it cannot use the thing that it's trying to use.
Can't you just reload the mesh when if you can have a catch if it's so you have some component, you have some entity that has a mesh component, and if it's not, if the handle isn't valid, then just try to load it again, right? Because you should already be having.
Yeah, but the handle is just an ID. It's like index 0, index 1, so it doesn't really tell me. I could probably store like a map of that, and then on reload, just look what was this handle associated with, and then just load it back in again if it's not there. Actually, that would be pretty convenient if you think about it, in also caching kind of way, in level loading or something like that, because you probably don't have infinite. Well, I don't have that huge assets, right? 16 gigabytes of RAM, VRAM I got on the graphics card, but still, in
60
general,
gigabytes of VRAM.
yeah.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, but if you load a level, you just wanna load in the things that are associated with the level, and then you wanna unload things, but then you might be able to have something to load back in later. So I guess in a way you could combo that with the same system, in that sense that just once you load in something, you would store it, and then
There's I think Blender, you should look into what Blender does. They have something called the depth graph, which is the dependency graph they're seeing, which is they look at, this is during runtime, not restarting the app or anything, but during runtime they have a graph of what data is created by what objects, I guess, right? And so they only reload when something changes in the scene graph. You you look at the dependencies, and you only have to update the dependencies of that object. Yeah.
no, it's well, I will just do a let's see, because that could actually be still in asset manager in a sense. Shared.
What happens if you change something around a mesh? Will those changes even be there in the program if you start caching stuff indiscriminately, right?
What do you mean?
Like if you store if you make a change and then you store this I don't know, I'm not familiar with your program. I gotta just wondering about like, oh god, I gotta think.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I think I could store and I mean, I'm like pretty much fine doing something completely horrendous, because it's still like it's fine learning wise, and then sometime later on I can just remove it if I actually find something that is infinitely better. But if I don't know anything, why can I just let it be dog poo then, I just need to store an indices array and a vertex array, and I guess I could put it inside ECS. Yeah, I could with this mesh. Why not? I guess I could just do it this crazy. But no, because now I will load every single one of them in, and that would just be crazy. I will do this. Hub const custom mesh. Yeah, we will be fine for now. I don't know any better way of doing it, so I'll go with this std array list.
So the whole thing with hot reloading is like getting new changes into the app without restarting it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you kind of have to. I mean, you have something that needs to reinitialize, right?
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of want to get rid of the init and dinit maybe. So if you want to change the initialization of the program or deinitialization, then you would have to restart it completely. But if you're most of the time you still just want to work inside of the update functions, right? And that's fine to do a complete like refresh on because they do not store any states. They just process the state. And the state is stored from the initialization, and the deinitialization is freed.
Oh.
And then I wouldn't have to worry about this. And I don't really see, like in the beginning it was useful to be able to refresh the initialization and deinitialization. But right now I don't really see a use case for it because I'm like, if I do a change to it, it's like something very like that should just require either way pretty much a restart because it's usually like something that's fundamental for the whole application to reconnect or something like that.
I guess the more likely you are to change something, the more time you want to spend on letting hot reloading be a thing for it, right?
Yeah, like updates are things that they'll frequently want to do a change on, like it's balancing or tweaking stuff. But then when it comes to initializing the program, it's like that's a one-time thing that I don't want to really. I pretty much know what I want to initialize the values with.
Right. Yeah.
Or if I don't, then still in the init or in the update, you can still tweak the parameter like through some other dynamic kind of way and see what is the actual value you would like to have on init. But yeah, I think I would like to figure out probably how to not make the renderer hot, like init and dinit hot reloaded, just keeping the update being hot reloaded.
Yeah. I'm thinking, yeah, you wanna.
Then that would be so convenient right now. It would be like the best. I think that would be the better approach rather than trying to figure out how do I store vertices and indices when I shouldn't really do that in
Yeah, no, you're already getting them from somewhere. That process is not being done during hot reload. That process needs to be done during hot reload, I guess.
It happens when the client connects to the server. The server sends that, hey, yo, here's a planet that you need to spawn, and then it calls, it receives the command, and then its client basically goes through in the network protocol to create a planet vertices and sends to the renderer that save these in an index buffer and vertex buffer. So yeah, it's not really on init that it gets that. It's just the server that sends a command to.
Okay.
And I don't want to make another client connection because if I do another client connection, then the server will think it's a new client and it's supposed to be the same client that receives this information, so the server should not resend. I could also probably figure out a way to send like a call that, hey, I did a hot reload. Can you send me everything again? That wouldn't be too crazy. Actually, that wouldn't be too bad when I think about it, actually. But I think it's
hot
too.
reload, you basically, yeah, I mean, you want to. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to think about. I don't know. I gotta read your shit. Planetary Sigma, right? Like to have. Do you think it's a good idea to have modules of your thing to see what's actually being changed and what needs to be reloaded? I guess.
No, I think I will just remove the init of and make these not public or like globals. I will make them just normal fields instead, and then I will just change them. Let's see. I'm doing this right now, I think, yes. And then yeah, wrong button. Like so. It's gonna complain. I'm gonna have so many problems right now, but that's it's fine. I went too far. Oops. Like so, and this is gonna be so fun, but I think if I get this working, we'll be fine. Let's see, we start the server, and then we'll start the client. And then we'll have to get rid of a few things. Let's see here. Yes, structure render Vulkan proc device table has no member name. Yes, that's true. So in Vulkan 303. Yeah, because I used to do this. Now this will no longer be. I used to do it like this, but now because it's not a global, I cannot do this. Instead, we'll have to take it through self. Yeah. It's okay. So self extension. Self. I would like to have it through something else, but I guess I cannot do it really through anything else. Yeah, we'll have to do it like this. What should I call it? I should just call it ext. Why not? Like that. Paste it there. And we'll get rid of this here. Self.ext. Self.Vulkan extension. I think it has to be, well, it's Vulkan rend. It's Vulkan already. Why not just let it be Vulkan? So Vulkan extension will be the thing. And then find all of these. Self.that. And let's see. Oops. Here, it's gonna do self.that thing here. And then, okay, now it seems to be fine over there. It's gonna complain in another place. Structure under proc instance has no member name bk create debug. Yes, so now we have to go to debug. And it's pretty much the same thing over here. Proc. Yeah, we'll store it here as well. Just call it ext, yep. Ext, like so. And then all of these self. And then we'll go to wrong here. That. And let's see, we still have this. It does not have access to self. Oh yeah. What's up? How are you doing, Dune World? We'll actually have to do handle is messenger. Yikes. This is not good. Not good at all, because I will have to do a well, it's a structure of instance. It's the instance proc address. We may not even have to store. We can just load it twice. Why not just load it twice in that case? Const ext. I think it's fine to just load it twice. We'll do this, and then must be initialized. I forgot. Like so. And then in here, we'll just do ext dot. There should be a proc table. Proc instance, and then just proc table back and done as. Like so. dot load, and then we'll pass in the instance handle, and then and this now is actually it's supposed to do a type input declare, but we have to do it. Do you know what thread 3 uses for their display manager? Wait, who the fuck is thread 3? I don't remember. Thread 3. Ah, display manager. You mean T-Chef?
You can change people's names, I think, or like just for yourself.
Yeah, I should change it back to T-Chef. But it doesn't really help because if people say thread 3, I need to see who the fuck thread 3 is.
Thread 3 slash.
Yeah, I guess I could do that.
Yeah. Also, by the way, on the code, I guess there's a kind of weird configuration in the Z language server JSON, but I fixed it. I think I can push that if you want.
So what did you say?
The zls.json, right? The schema it points to, it doesn't. It's 404. It doesn't. It's not dead. The link is dead.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So your language server shouldn't be working unless it already has the schema somehow.
No, it's actually is broken, kind of. It's half broken, half not.
So. Yeah, because at least in the VS Code extension, it'll work if you use
yeah.
This other link I just pulled from the.
Okay. Yeah, if you
tools.
push, that would be nice. Can you push?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good.
Or I mean, I could pull request, I guess.
Yeah. Do that. That will be very nice.
Yes.
And then I will change instance proc table. Yeah, I will change this to actually return a proc table. I think that's better. And then, right. Wait, did I actually fuck that up? Can I not return a proc table on this? What does it say? Function with non-void return. Ah, okay. Yeah, no worries. I will fix it. And then declares. This will now not be structure declares. It will be structure fields. And then I have to think this through a little bit now. But there are function pointers. So I'll just rename this to fields. Fields.len fields. And then I think there's a smarter way to do this. There's definitely a smarter way to do this. Wait, because I could also take in. That would be best. I would take in the instance and I would take in the field to fill it instead of returning a field. Well, I could return a field. Why not? Why not just return it? Return the thing. But I say load. I kind of feel like it would load. Otherwise, it would be called get. So instance get proc table. Yeah. Get proc table. And then I will just do a var table, and then it's of proc table was undefined, and then here get address as type of proc table field name. Proc address. Yeah, okay, and here we will have to change this. Yeah, we'll change this to be of proc table. No, proc table like so. Is this how this works? And then it will put it in there, and else it will just fail. And I don't know why it's happy about this. It shouldn't be. Anyways, then we can just do a return proc table. Because that's just pointers, so it should be fine. Alright, now we can go to debug messenger. Here, say that. And then we can say get proc table. And we can just extension get proc table, and then we can say const proc table, probably instance, not extension, but whatever. And then we will change this to proc table, and then we will also load it on init because it's fine. And let's see, this will do the same thing over here. Proc table. Let's see. Okay, let's see if it's fine by that. Let's see how far do we go. Vulkan 66 load. Yes, perfect. So we'll change it out now to also do the same. Has no member name load. Yes, that's perfect. And I'm gonna change it to, so it's called procs, right? This one will actually store device proc table. We'll actually, we'll store this. This one makes sense to store. Yeah. Then we wait. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Well, maybe it's not, but we'll see. Get proc table, and we'll just change that to this, and it will be the same thing. Just change this to fields. Yes, var proc. I'm a bit unsure, but I think this should be able, because it should just copy over the pointers when it does the return. And then in here, oops, fields, and then we go to here, this one, call it field. Oh my god. And then field name. Yes, that's fine. And this one will do is proc table. And let's see, I think that's almost it. Return proc table. And there's 2 errors somewhere. Okay, let's see. Render Vulkan procs instance proc table. Has no member field Vulkan create debug utils extension. Well, it's right there. I don't know what it's on about. VK create debug utils messenger extension. It's right there. Structure rendered proc instance proc table. Wait, what am I asking for? Field. That is a field. Why is it saying that it's not there? I'm pretty sure that should be there. That one I cannot understand. As no, it actually says that. What? Am I mixing up fields with something else? There's no way I'm mixing up fields. Those are called fields, and it's right there. I'm pretty sure I haven't even done a typo. Let's see, I'm gonna provide it with the documentation, and then we're gonna provide that, and then I'm gonna check it out. I have no idea why it would say that, because I feel like that should be valid. Please run login. Uh-oh. Let's see if it does anything, or is it just dead? Damn it, login. Okay, guys. Might not be able to do some cloud stuff. Wait, I'm gonna do it on the other screen. Login. Cloud with account subscription. Sure. authorize. I don't know, it's just loading like super slow right now. Is it even getting anywhere? I have no idea. Okay, I think it got something. Build something great. Okay. Wait, what? I think it. I don't know. I don't know what's up with this thing now. It's just broken. It's dead. That's crazy. Oh my god. I will just. I don't know. I hate these things. They don't. They never work. That's crazy. Should just try different. Shouldn't be this hard just to get it to. We'll be used to. Yeah. Invalid code. Please make sure you full code copied. I'm pretty sure I got the full code copy. Fucking Christ. Console account, API users billing. No, let's go. Please just connect. Now it's just not doing anything. Maybe I will just not do it. Let's see. I know another better approach. I will go to my configs and I will change. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. Let's see. I will change out the the token to be another one. Right, this one will not be able to do. It's okay. We can just close that, and we will also copy this. It says that it should. No, it's not gonna work. And then it's just source. How do I refresh my bash shell? I don't know. I will just close it, close that. We'll go in here. Got a new one, we'll go here, projects, client. Not client, my bad. What? Alright, so. And now, let's see. I think it should be fine. It's a worse version, but it's fine. Just to, I just need to figure out why the fuck this is doing whatever the heck it's doing, and you don't know if there's a shortcut for this. Okay, then I'm gonna provide that, and then we can go here. I feel like this one should be fine, but it's not. And I open the pipeline. It's great. Looking at this error, proc instance struct doesn't have a load method. You have get pro. No. I don't have a load method. Why is it? Fuck. Ah. Why is it? No, I didn't mean to do that. Provided a wrong error. No. Okay, whatever. Okay, we'll fix it. Let's do it again. Say build run. Because the thing what I want to provide with was. I didn't read that. I wanted to provide with this error. Let's see. No, I meant to give this error. That one is a different problem, but it's for later. We're gonna fix this one first because that other one is not worth solving before we have actually the things loading. And I understand because I think that the fields are valid fields, but it says that this is not. As no member, Array structure. Field. Wait. Isn't it just changing it out then? Wait. Field. Type of field, field name, pointer cast. Isn't it changing? Member plugins has no member load. Has no member name destroy shader extension. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, I think that was it. That was just okay. Yeah. I didn't read it properly. We're gonna keep it there, but I'm not gonna use it. Okay. Now we can look into this. So we have Vulkan 66. This makes sense though. So yeah, we're trying to load here, but this does no longer exist. But we do have in self dot extensions. It's the actual damn table. I may have fucked this up. It's okay. We can actually do a yeah, but this is what we'll do. Procs device get proc table. And wait, am I? Yeah, no, this one is not gonna happen any longer. We're not gonna do that one. That one happens just inside of there. As soon as we have gotten the device, we're gonna load the device stuff, which are going to be asking for the device. Not that one. Self the device. My bad. Do I want to provide? No, it's not that. Is it the handle I'm supposed to take in?
I might be back later, but I pushed the change to the fucking link. I guess.
What did you say?
I opened a pull request for the config file.
Awesome, thank you. I will actually maybe take it now so I can get some speed probably. Yeah, I will do it now.
Let's see if it works.
Let's see. Wait, I don't.
Pull request.
But I saw it here, I guess. Audio drop enter sigma. But why is it? I can see it.
It's like, there's a button that says.
Because I didn't see it in the.
Go to your repo. Click on pull requests.
Add your review. All right. Let's see. Oh, they have like. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's pretty good. Looks good to me. Approve. I will actually take it after, because if this fucks up, I'm gonna stash this whole thing.
Yeah.
So I will yeah, after that. Let's see. Thank you. We won't be needing that.
Be back later.
What did you say?
I said I'm gonna go right now. So.
All right. Take care. See ya.
Bye bye.
And then we're gonna go to the shaders. Shaders here. Yes, it was line 1. So yeah, this extension no longer exists like that. It does not. And there's 2 ways we can either do this. Either we'll just fuck. The self actually needs to keep track of this if we're gonna do this. Yep, that's what we're gonna take this and we're gonna store it like so, and we're gonna change that to this, and well, we can do that. Probably should put it on top, and we're gonna change that to this, and now we're gonna configure that, and here now we've got the extension here. We're gonna have to take it in. Load asset. Pass in this shader. Yeah, no, that's fine. Device. asset server. I think it's would be in here. Extension. Okay, now I kind of just needs to be here. Because it will be the same. I guess I could load it again for every shader, but that would just be pathetic. You're gonna keep it like this. I'm gonna keep it as proc table. Proc table equal to table. Yes, it's the type. And then in here, it's a proc table pointer. Because we're gonna take it as a reference. Could probably make it a const pointer. And then we're gonna go into here. And then change the const proc table pointer. Oopsie daisy. And then in here we will just do an ext is equal to ext. And now we'll have access to that. We can go in here and we can just say self dot ext, and that should be fine. And then in here we should have access to self as well. Load shaders. We do not. Well, that's a big. Well, self. What is self? Where is self coming from? Don't we have self? We should have self. We don't have self. Yeah, no. Yeah, because it's the user data. Oh, thank God. I was like, we should have self. If we don't have self, oh my God, I'm gonna kill myself. Good. And same for this one. All right. And then we have 6 argument found, 5 Vulkan render 106 or something. Vertex, yep. And then in here it's the third parameter. We're gonna pass in self.ext. And this is not a pointer by default, so we'll have to change it to be a pointer. Or take the address of it, my bad. Well, it becomes. And I will do the same for this one. And bada bing bada boom, we are very happy. Yeah. Alright, let's see. Proc 69, nice. Vulkan proc device proc. Oh, yeah. So in here, we're just gonna change this out to proc table. Nice, it works. And I think, well, it's now what we can do is we can close that as well. Now we don't have to hot reload the renderer because I think this should be persistent in memory. So we should be fine. And just to try that out real quick, I'm gonna go to the renderer, which happens in somewhere over here. Render there. And then we're gonna change out from here. Right, okay, this can go bye-bye. This can also go bye-bye. And I'm always gonna say that no matter what the fuck you do over here, I'm always just gonna say, actually we can actually do this. We can do this. We yank that. Now we just yank one of those, and then we yank that, and then we will just comment it out. It's easier to modify it like this, and then I will always access index 0. Wait, I shouldn't even have to do this. We'll do it for now. We'll see if I'm wrong or if I'm right. Just to be safe on the safe side, to always use this. So now we should always render a cube, so it should not try to render a planet. That was a planet if you didn't know. But now it will be a cube. Yeah, look at that, that's a cube. Okay, and now we can change, we go to the main. I don't know, we don't have to do anything in the main, I think. Nah, main doesn't have to do anything. No, main has, wait, I think we could completely eliminate, oh my god. Wait, maybe we could do that. That would be so nice if we could get rid of that. Wait, systems, client. No. Because basically we'll just do this again, but now I will not We'll do that. And then here I reinitialize the network manager. Which I actually have to do. Or do I? What if I don't? What if I just let the reload take care of itself? Okay, I'm gonna try it. I mean, worst case scenario will just break, right? But if we can get rid of that, system context update, right? Then a reload happens. I'm just gonna say, don't do that. Close that, load the new one. Don't do this. Don't do that. System. Okay, let's see how bad this can go. All right. I'm going to go to the Vulkan, for example. And then I will do the thing that I always do to try out if anything works on hot reloading. Which is just to change this one. Oh, it didn't work. Shit. Right. I was actually hoping that would. But I'm a bit unsure why it wouldn't. Because it kind of is not that. Everything should be fine. Well, I guess it can be problematic. But it shouldn't be. Close, load, system table. Because I just want to change this thing. Ah, wait, I did any in it. Yeah, I should just have a reload. All right, let's try again. Ah, wait, no. Okay, so now if I change the logic in Vulkan, we undo it. Where did I go? Undo. Oh, no, redo. Ah, how do I redo? Like this, yeah. Okay, and then we put the minus sign there. Save that. No, fuck. System table update. And it updated the table. I know it broke somewhere else. Shouldn't really matter. That should be persistent and be fine. I was thinking. Client main. Well, let's do this. Even though I don't think we should be doing it. Oh my god, what am I going? Where am I going? What's happening? Pressing the wrong keys all the time. Let's not deinitialize that, and let's try again. And we'll go to here. Vulkan. There. Nope, still. Why? Old system table. It really wants that. Well, the first time I wanted to initialize it, the second time I don't want to initialize it. But is there anything that is stored in like the old binary then? That's the only other thing I could think of. Because that would make sense then. Let's see. What do we have here? We have data, but we have a context, which is as long as it's stored in self, there shouldn't be a problem. Self is stored in the outer scope. So if you change the bind, update. Okay, this could actually be wrong. Oh yes, wait. That should have been fine then. Let's see. I'm making the assumption that is actually a problem. Let's see. Ah, we can take this. Good. and we'll just go bah, and we'll just say here. Why is it not? What the fuck? Is it not updating at all? It should be spamming me like crazy. Wait, am I in the server? Or where am I in the right spot? Which one? No, this is the network manager and it renders. This is client. There's no way it's something else. But why am I not getting any French? It's like it's not updating, but it is updating. What the fuck? And we put there. It's not printing anything. That's strange, but it definitely is updating the camera, because otherwise I wouldn't be moving, I wouldn't be doing anything. I don't understand why it's not just telling me that it does it. Okay, now it says it. Good. Let's see. Now if I yank this and I will paste it in here. I said it last time, but apparently I don't know. I'll go tier 2. Let's see, it went through and tried to do an update. This is just that's for the loader, right? I have no idea. Why is it not? When I don't get these messages, I don't know what's going on. These messages should definitely happen. But they don't. Well, I guess I could also just allocate these ones, and maybe that would fix it. But now I'm just starting to make guesses, which would make sense, but they're also a little bit weird. We'll try that. So what I will do is for both of these, I will take this away. And we will renderer is equal to data dot GPA dot create, and then renderer, and then data GPA dot create. Damn it! Great. The fuck was this supposed to be? Network manager. Asset server? No, like that. And then we need a try. Yeah, there should be a try, but okay, whatever. And we can say self dot renderer dot asterisk that, and then same will happen for this thing. I guess one could do this also. Dot that. I don't know why, but that doesn't make sense to be like this. But now it would be on the heap. Pretty stupid. Out of memory, yep, I was assuming that. Whoa. Because it's still on the stack persistently. So, okay, wait, what the fuck is this on about? 4, expected 5, found 4. No LSP available. Network manager, what the fuck is it expecting else? The init wants itself. Well, then it's just... Well, that should be itself, then it should be understand. It is itself. But it's not what? Self dot, well... Okay, now there's a here too for some reason. Vulkan. And let's see, we'll change a minus sign over here. And it breaks. What do we get? We do get a here too. Damn it. I really wanted to get this today. But I think this is the right way to go to get rid of the auto loading from the init and the init. They should not have it. And then we would, because then we're so much more free. I think we can get rid of so many problems that actually. Why is it not saying hello 1, 2, and 3, 4? Let me just delete that out. Try again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. And now we put Vulkan. We change this. Let's see, it went to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it breaks somewhere. System table update. It goes through the system table update. I don't understand, so confused now. What? Okay, system table update. But it says system table update. System table update. Context. Here. What? I swear to God, maybe I'm just getting too tired right now. Search grep. But this is inside of the watcher. That one should be still fine. Like, I'm just not calling any of those things. So, context reload. Reload. Oh, wait, I don't need to do that anymore. Physics I do need to reload though, but let's see. I might have to do the D-init because of just Volt being a pain in the ass, but we'll see. Wait, but now it never started anything. What the fuck? Let me just restart. What? Wait, what? Okay, there. And now if I go into here, I change this. And it crashes again. Aha! Why? It could be just because of that freaking jolt. But I do need to initialize on the first. Okay, what about if I do on reload? Also call D-init on all of the other things. I just need to figure that out. Why am I in the... Wait, this is the wrong one. No wonder it didn't work. Okay. Why can I even open up the server system? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, now, because this is what I want to read. I want to find this put on client. I hate that I can't find, even though I'm not in the directory of the server. This is the only place where it does it. It goes in here, does whatever it does, and then let's do this. Oh. Done. Okay. And again, I didn't get the win because I'm not running. Fucking server. I should probably like give me a warning that I might run the server. There. Let's see what it got. It went through done, and then it went to here 1 and 2, and then it broke. And that was what I was looking for. Hello there, 1, and then it didn't get a 3. So it broke probably in one of these two. I could probably run it with a let's see. Binary plug run debugging for this session, yes. Well, I don't know what to do now because it kind of needs that binary to run, damn it. And it goes through here, just says update, and update just does the thing that I always have been doing, and now all of this information should stay persistent. Yo, what the you're doing? Hello, cheese. Is it cheesecake or is this somebody else called cheese? I just need to know. I'm trying to remove hot reloading from the... Yeah, I'm making some game. Okay. I think now if I do a hot reload on this, it's just cheese. Okay, nah, it's just I know another guy that is called Cheesecake on the server, and he often joins and calls me what the fuck I'm trying to do. Let's see, good. Elaborate about the game. It's basically Risk of Rain, but that's what I'm trying to do. If you know what is it? Stack trace. Stack. No, back stack, stack back, stack. What is it called? B? Breakpoint. Fuck, what is it called? I don't remember. GDB cheat. Oh god damn, my eyes, they are like dying. And that's just made it worse. Okay, let's see. Stack trace, what is it called? How can I see? Backtrace. PT. Yay! Fuck, how am I supposed to read that? Where? Frame. How do I go to... I think you can go to visual as well. Display, format, print, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. I think it was something called visual. V. What the fuck is it called? Delete, enable, info, args, expression. Now we have to ask the GPT. How can I start visual GDB? 2e bash. No, that's not what I meant. Layout source. Thanks. That's awful. And how can I go to when I do BP? How can I jump to specific PT bar food blah 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 frame number whatever. Let me just say frame. I'm gonna go to frame 13 frame frame 13. Doesn't really help me. This is not going good. I just want to know where I crashed. Let's just quit. Yes. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Close that. Okay. We'll try a different thing. We'll try to do a the systems client. And I know that I'm crashing here. I'm most likely crashing in the render update. I think the camera is fine. So we're gonna do this call here, and then the render short, and try to not do that. Run that. Do a server is running good. It says render. Go in here. Go to Vulkan, and then we'll remove that, and we'll go and check it out. I think it will say a render. We got, okay, so it's not even persistent. It went to system update table done. Okay, so I don't know. Okay, what if we just take back the init and the init? At least.
Welcome.
Hello. How are you?
I'm all right. What are we doing here? Small alloc 20 bytes at position.
Yeah, it's, allocations. Don't worry about it.
Here? Oh. Ooh.
That should be fine. If this breaks,
like, do you even have enough
fine.
memory to like handle all that?
What?
With all those allocations, man, you're gonna run out of CPU power, memory.
Oh, those. Yeah, it's Harold insisted on doing allocations for all of that.
Insisted, eh?
Yeah, he insisted.
Why does it keep saying here? Here.
I'm debugging a few hot reloading problems. That's why.
Oh.
Super chat 100 ENR high. Oh wait. I think the super chat I'm using Restream's chat, so I cannot really see the damn. Damn, bro.
Thank you, man. Good man.
Yeah,
Good
thank you.
man.
Okay, but yeah, it's what if I just take back we'll change it, because I don't want the renderer to be systems client. What do we have? We just have this, but I think we can join the server, the same approach, and I think it can be slightly better. Can be. I think it will. Let's see. I think it will be a lot better. Let's see. We will take this preload function as well. I would like to get rid of it. It's completely the dinit and init, and just keep the update. But right now I don't know how to do it apparently, so I'm just gonna do this, and we will work with this and slowly fix that. But we'll take this away from here as well. Put that in here. So we'll have this. It will call a context reload, which does not exist, but it's going to exist. We're gonna join the idea that we do on the server. Event update. How old are you? I'm 24. And because the thing is that when we do this, I don't want to do any longer the init and dinit of these things, but we can do a dinit and reinit of this. Apparently I used to do a reload, but we're gonna do this. I think this will be it. So we'll have to do a if pre-reload. If it is a pre-reload, that means we want to do a dinit. And I'm doing an init now. That's great. Let's see. I'm gonna go in here. We're not gonna deinitialize the renderer anymore. We're just gonna do this. Like so. And well, I guess, and then else will do this thing. And it's not. Harold will be screaming in my ears right now for the way I'm doing this, but I think it's clearer. So we're gonna go in here, and if it's a pre, we will de-initialize the network, and else we will initialize it. We'll get this from self. All of these from self, apparently, yep. I hope so. System stream, there's no stream. Where did I get the stream from? Let's see, it's the init that I'm talking about. The init used to get the stream, but I should store. I never stored the stream. Oh wait, I do store the stream. Well, I have a field for the stream, but I never store it. What? That's fucking crazy.
What do you mean?
No, I never stored the stream. I never stored the stream. Okay, let's store the stream. Well, it could be stored in the net. No. Let's do this. It's so disgusting, but it's the way I would do it now. Data stream. And then no field name, server address. I don't store the server address either. We'll have to take that. This is probably like so disgusting, but I will just accept it for now. Just trying things out. I don't have to be perfect, but I just have to get something working, and then we can make it better after that.
And then you gotta start moving. Oh wait, what?
Yeah, that too. Let's see. We still have errors with this thing in here. Okay. No, that should be it. All right.
Linux 2005 moment.
Oh my god. Let's run this. We'll run the server. And let's connect a client. Oh, I leaked some memory. That's fine. And now, if I go in here, go to Vulkan, and we go to what am I trying to find? Add more there. And let's see if the hot reload works with this, please. It works. Okay, so it's the networking that is not accepting, but now with this we should be able to load in the meshes, keep them persistent in memory, and if we do a hot reload, those meshes should still exist. So I'm gonna close that, and I don't need to close it, but I'm going to close it. And some memory leaks, but those are fine. And I'm going to go to the Vulkan here, and we are going to take this back. And wait, what am I doing? I want to use that. No, wait, like so. And now the server will send us to generate the mesh. We will get the mesh. There's the mesh. And now, if I do a hot reload, I would say this should be persistent. Let's see if it is. So we go here, we remove the toggling between wireframe mode and that. Let's see. Nope, it wasn't. Oh, why wasn't it? Because this should not trigger a init on the renderer, and if I now try to ask for items meshes, that len should be persistent, but it wasn't. Okay, the init. Because the only way this is not persistent is if I happen to go through here and calling the init, and I'm doing that. I'm stupid. I'm so dumb. How could I be so dumb? Client, I forgot that I'm not supposed to call this. I'm supposed to call system Ghostbusters. Reload.
Yeah, not one single comment in sight in order to remind yourself of these things. It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Where's a comment? That's to remove the thing. I'm supposed to remove that. That's why I have a comment. And we're not gonna do that one, and then same for this thing. And we're gonna put this in here. I think when I get this working right, we'll be able to remove this, we'll be able to get rid of that. And also this.
Dude, Steam took one of my games away.
Huh?
Yeah, it took one of my games away.
Who took your game away?
It took Sandbox away, man, out of my library. It said
Oh,
I couldn't even
yeah.
close the window without checking the thing.
They did it for me too, brother. Fucking mad. Okay, now, please, 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 please.
And there's no such thing as Sandbox on the thing anymore.
I think it worked. No, it crashed. Come on. What? What? Error, invalid frames by incorrect. What the fuck are you on about? It went through everything and seems to have done the reload, but yet it did die. I shouldn't have anything that is global memory. Everything should now be initialized and stored. Do I need to do... Maybe I do need to reload. Well, if I keep the reload...
Right, I'm back.
This is bad.
Welcome
Harold.
back.
This is so bad.
Thank you. You're bad?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to
What's the issue?
I'm trying to remove the what's it called, renderer from being hot reloaded on init and dinit, so just the update function would be hot reloaded, right?
Okay.
Yeah, because that makes sense. I think because then I can store persistent. Or yeah. No, because I want to store meshes. And
You know what I think of this, Lucas?
No, I don't really care.
Whoa.
What do you think?
Whoa.
Lucas, you can put the renderer in it and whatever in the system still, and then you can just not call them on the like reload in it and whatever.
Yeah, but the thing is that I had the proc address in the binary stored, so I moved them out of it, but it still calls the still not doing the right thing.
You see, hot reloading breaks everything.
No,
It sure
not if you do
does.
it right, but I'm not doing it right.
Yeah, but you did it not right, so I don't know.
I'm trying to figure out how to do it right.
I'm trying to think how hot reloading is supposed to work with like networking. You're just gonna like complicate your networking like by 10 times.
No, I have already made it work. Like I can change physics on the server and you can see it take effect on all clients immediately. There's nothing weird going on.
That's okay. That's normal like server topology. Like if you have server client, like the clients never have to reset, but like you should like the way that you like program some things, like they'll be server based, so you can change them on the server no matter what, and the clients don't have to reset. Like that's kind of natural with like server client topology.
Yeah, but not that you can have players connected and playing and changing game logic.
Okay.
Like maybe not like a full hot reload, but like you just need to do like a server like quick reset. Like sometimes.
Yeah, but I have like completely free. I can manipulate how internet connection commands work, and everything can be changed.
That's the part where I'm kind of like, damn, like nobody's like really doing that because I'm thinking for a reason.
Yeah, no, but I don't know why not. I want to do it. It's cool.
I'm just saying that there's probably a good reason why they're not doing it.
Because they're using C++.
Yes. Not really good use case for it. All right. Horrible language.
I don't know what they wouldn't be doing it for, but they might be doing it for something.
Anyways, I need to think this through. Let's see. On the init, I used to do is that I reinitialized the renderer and the network manager. Now I'm just doing a reload and deinitializing the network manager, reinitializing it. And this should all be fine. Did it say? Yeah, but I did get this before and after, but somehow it just broke. Cannot understand why. It runs for a few frames after the hot reload, which is weird. Wait, it's still running. It shouldn't. What? It didn't take. What? Okay, there. Now it broke. And I don't know why. Because if the server broke, then I shouldn't be able to move because the server wouldn't apply my commands. And if the renderer broke, it should stop rendering. So I don't know what memory went invalid here. And those are the only two systems that I got on the client. Well, I also got the asset manager. But that one I do call restart on. Because I do call restart on it. But should I start to restart it? What happens if I don't restart it? Nope, that was a faster crash. Good. And that doesn't really help me at all to understand what the fuck went wrong. The only other thing that would be a valid approach is to keep it in, but then somehow storing the meshes to load them back in on a reload. That's the other alternative, which I guess would be fine. But just gonna try one more thing. I'm gonna check this out. What if I were to on the reload do the exact same thing as I do? Let's do self, because I think this should still work. This should be the exact same thing that I always do anyways. Init self it GPA. You know that, and then we're gonna say self dot renderer try. We have to do it this way. Try init. Actually, it's just easier if I do this. Whoa. That. Place that. And then this is not data, this is called self. Expected to argument found, or what? How is that possible? What is it thinking that this is? Init context, it's not, it's missing a dot. Platform is no longer part of this thing. No, I don't have access to that actually. Well, we can store it in there. I'm fucking this thing up so fucking badly right now. That's okay. I can just stash everything if it doesn't work. Data. And the same for wood. Wait, that is what I want. Still crashes. That should not actually. Wait, oh yeah, that makes sense. Wait. So now if I just go back to what I'm trying to find random. That. And then in here there's the mesh ID. I have entire upgrade. Should really like whatever, I don't care. But this should give us the same behavior that we used to have from before. Let's see. So we spawn in, there's the cube, and then we search for mod, and we will toggle between wireframe. Yep, that one trigger how to load it is persistent. So maybe there's still something in the render that is still in the binary, which I'm not aware of, that I'm reusing somewhere. But where could that be? Is it maybe in the prop file? What if I... Ah man, I shouldn't stay up anymore, I should actually go to bed. But what if... could it be that I just need to do... Maybe it is. Okay, I will just try that. Whoa. Let's see. I will add a public function load as self pointer to add this, and then bool preload bool. Well, actually, there is. I don't need to. Do I need to? No. I don't really care. Preload for now. And then what we'll do, if this happens, well, actually, we only care about the extensions. I don't care about the instance anymore. I just realized. But device listing is what I care about. Actually, that's what, then we do care about it. Then we do care that if it is preload is equal to false, could say not. So Harold is happy. Then we'll do this. So then it's post. And we'll go back to main. And then we'll see that it's this. And then in reload, we'll not do the render anymore. But we'll do a, actually we'll do self renderer inner reload and then preload. That, paste there. Okay, let's see. And we don't need to try for this. No, we do not. There seems to be an error somewhere. Not in here though. Let's see, maybe this works now. Let me see, now I will just go to, again, mod place mod fuck, still something. What could it possibly be? I have no idea. This is just, it's something with the render, obviously, because as soon as I give back the render to be completely initialized all over again, it's fine. But why? Do you have anything else that is global in this thing? To check. Check. Could it be? No, it cannot be because this check should still. Could it be? And I cannot run the GDB to see this because it just gives me a lot of pointer addresses. And I was like, great. I don't know. Those are like just depending on where when it runs where those are. Did I feel like this could maybe be check? Maybe. But no, that should just be taking a function from the new one either way. Maybe? Shouldn't it? Huh. But there's nothing else that I think that could be problematic in memory, right? Right. Fucking hell. What could it possibly be? I don't get it. I'm so confused. Everything else is just not owned by the renderer. So it's something in with the renderer itself that this should be that's problematic, but all of these are just I'm having a feeling that it would be this thing, but I'm not sure. We can easily try that. I will just go here and add this and do an std debug or log debug. And we'll just say load. So, and then I'll also do a check here with some random result. I'm just gonna say 12, for example. Do a try. Actually, we should do a success. Oops. And that's 0. Let's do 0. And then I'm gonna say 2 of these reload. Isn't supposed to be an... Oh yeah, but then I have to... Damn it, then I will have to add the error here. Two, reload 1. And then we can go to the references, which are here. We have 2 of them. Try. That's not how we spell try. Alright. Let's try again. And if I do now something Vulkan. Seems like it went through normally. Because if that failed, then it should have crashed. And yeah, as soon as I clicked the window, it died. Click the window. But that should still be persistent. The window is not even created inside of the renderer, it's created outside of the renderer. What the fuck? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. But it's definitely something with the render that is not, it's not liking this approach. Why? Well, let's not. I don't know, because it continues to do all of those things. I don't think this should be a valid. Let's see. Goes in here. I still have the renderer saying here, so I'm gonna stop it. Don't worry about that. right. No, it does the thing, and as soon as I wait, the update stopped. No, wait, that's because of the collision. As soon as I click this window, it's gonna crash. Yeah. Why? What if I do connect again? Save that. Alright, then I move. Okay, as soon as I. Ooh. And that's way more useful. Render resize. The resize didn't even happen, but that's actually pretty good. Allocator block. Okay. Empty free block. VMA. But if the VMA is invalid. Yeah, I guess because it's C++, that's why it's problematic. It's a C++ library, so maybe there is no way around this that I would, because I have always been able to do it because I have always like kind of destroyed the VMA and reinitialized it. But now that I'm not trying to do it, this may be actually where I'm having problems. Ooh, no. Yeah, I think a git stash is probably the way to do it, and then figure out a way how to just remember which meshes to load back in. Ha. That's fine. I think that's probably the better approach. I'm gonna git stash the whole thing that I did today, but it's okay. Yeah, it's gonna be a git stash for the whole project. It's fine. Well, this one's not actually a bad thing to do because I removed it from being globals. Well, so it has to be git stash. Like so. There everything went. Bye-bye. But it's okay. What we can do now is that we can do a git fetch, git pull, and git merge master. It shouldn't be up to date. Check out master pull git merge renderer. What? Did I not approve it? I'm pretty sure I did. This is not the new version. Git pull, yes. Git merge master. Okay, now we got it. Good. Very good. Alright. We'll try something different. I should go to bed. That's what I should try. What? Anyway, command of fine. Okay. But what we can do, I need to figure out how to actually do this properly. I'll just get rid of this and say that I got rid of useless comments. How about that? We'll just say mesh ID like so, and then what we'll do is just put this to 0 always, because that one will always exist. Sig build, where is my sig build run? Start this. Now we should be able to connect with multiple. My bad. DD client. So we're here, there's the planet. It's not having the planet mesh, but that's because I cannot use it. because my hot reload moved, but that's now we should have 2 clients connected too, because we should not have the one crash. Yeah. Yeah, but we still have the problem that that one doesn't see the other client, which is kind of weird. I need to figure that out. I think it's more of less just a problem with how I send. But when I send to receive the full client stage, it should actually be there.
Damon.
Damon!
Hey,
Damon!
hey son.
Oh, what's happening?
Have you tried this extension for Blender multi-user?
Nope. Doesn't
This
sound
seems
appealing
pretty.
at all.
What'd you say?
It doesn't sound appealing at all.
You don't think so? I want to try it. I would.
Multi-user. What do you want to have, like 2 blenders open at once?
No, you connect over the internet to share to use Blender in the same
Oh
session.
my nah. You know what? Lucas and them didn't even want to fucking use the fucking screen share for writing code. Fucking this shit for blenders. Just you're gonna have somebody moving a vertice and you'd be like, yo, don't fucking touch that.
I mean, been using the same Blender. I mean, it's updated, but I've been using the same one for a few years now. It'd be interesting to try out, I guess. You use Blender, so.
Are you looking for someone to multi Blender?
I want to try it. It'd be fun to see if it works or
I
not.
don't know. Did you bring lube? Because I don't want to get ass fucked without lube.
Wait,
I mean, you're using Blender already, so you're already getting ass fucked. It's just a question of who is doing the fucking, I guess.
I'll take a peep after this match here.
Sure. Oh no, it has to be Windows, so never mind.
It's broken?
No, it's just not implemented on Linux. I guess. It just says the extension is incompatible on this system. Linux x64 is not Windows. Not really buggers. He's been presenting at the Blender Foundation, at the Blender conference or whatever the fuck that's called.
Yo, one person's gonna have like a supercomputer and the other one's gonna have a shit computer, and you're just gonna like subdivide it like 4 times, and one guy's just gonna blow up.
Yeah. That'd be pretty funny, actually. And also, you get, I wonder if you get Python context on someone else's computer. That'd be pretty funny.
This should not be the case. What the fuck? If I spawn a planet. Okay, then it makes sense that nothing else has been seen, but spawn entity that. Oh yeah, because I always spawn the entity. No. Yeah, this is just to changing the data. I will always spawn the entity.
Oh, wait.
Full
Okay.
sync. What am I even getting?
It actually does work.
Okay. Yeah, but that's because I don't spawn player with this entity type. Do I? Nope, I don't. I should really make that spawn array built-in. Try entity add with component. Component entity type. Is equal to that player. Isn't that it? No.
Oh.
It's from shared. Net. Not net. Root. It's just literally just saying that. Okay. Yeah, now it should work. Start the server, start the client. Yeah, there's the planet. but and if I connect the client, now we see both on both. Yeah, nice. But yeah, the I think the hot reloading is so fucked because of the C++ libraries. I cannot use them.
I've never heard so much cat before in my entire life.
No, but they use the global states, and that fucks it up so much. Because I'm using
Maybe
the
if you
old.
were better.
When I unload the old dynamic library, I'm using the old library's dynamic globals, but they do not exist anymore. So when that program tries to access them, it breaks, and that's why it has worked when I deinitialize the whole thing and reinitialize it, because then it reloads those global state or reinitializes those global states and access the new pointers to them. But when I don't do that and just try to reuse the functions, it's accessing the old file that doesn't exist anymore. So I have to figure out a way to kind of store the vertices of the planet that gets generated. Again, planet is also like, it's so specific just for these games. I think it's fine to store its vertices, or at least the seed of it, and can be able to generate it. I should probably do that also, just generate it on the fly as I go. So I think it's fine. I will store it somewhere more persistent, because it's like such a specific thing. But yeah. I have to look into it. I will think about it. I need to go to bed. I need to wake up early for school tomorrow.
Go to sleep? No.
Yeah.
Go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
Yeah. School again tomorrow. And I need to move. I should have packed a little bit more than I have actually done. And I still have some other things. Oh my god, I'm so fucked. It's okay. We'll try again tomorrow. Good night, everyone. I will see you tomorrow.
No.
Bye-bye.
Do not redeem!
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
This seems actually pretty banger. I'll have to host